turnovers in the last two games, 42 points for the opposition. That is not a recipe for winning football games in the NCAA. Arizona falls to BYU 41-19, an absolute blowout in Provo in front of a packed house. It was a raucous occasion. I believe Gus Johnson, the legendary Gus Johnson, was on the game. He called it a bucket list for him to have an opportunity to be there and to see that and to witness it. We would have rather not witnessed that today because it got away from Arizona extremely quickly in the second half of this ball game on their way to a second straight defeat. And again, I'll repeat what I said the last few weeks. I had this team 3-3 after 6 games, but I did not have them playing this poorly offensively as what we've seen over now the course of, I mean, if you go back to Kansas State, it's really now been, you could say 4 or 5 games. If you want to even go back to NAU, where it kind of started after that brilliant opening performance against New Mexico. They just have not been the same offensive team, and it showed again after an early, quick start. I mean, again, the starts have not been that bad the last few, at least this game. Went out and scored again quickly, but turnovers in the end zone. You just cannot continue to throw balls up for grabs in the end zone and to take maybe a little bit off of Noah Fafita. That's a second interception that I've seen where he's thrown the ball in the end zone, in which I thought his receiver didn't do him any favors. Malachi Riley. I mean, again, wide receivers have to want the ball as much as the defensive backs want the ball. Coach Dwayne Aquina has a phrase. I've kind of been stalking his I call them Aquina-isms, and he has one where he says, hunt the ball. It's a defensive term, obviously, but if you're a wide receiver, you've got to hunt the ball as well. You've got to want that ball as much as that guy on defense. And if you're Malachi Riley at Kansas State or Montana Lamonius Craig at BYU, you can't be backing up into the end zone expecting that ball to get to you. You've got to go get it. And you've got to be aggressive. And so, yeah, not the best throw by Noah, but once again, his wide receiver in that instance did not do him any favors. Let's talk about it. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We'll probably go to only about 7 o'clock. We rarely get a Saturday night off doing these things, so I kind of would like to enjoy that, but we'll take it as far as we need to take it as long as you want to discuss Arizona Wildcats football and where this program is at the midpoint. I'll state again, I had them 3-3 preseason, first half, 5-1. Second half, winning 8 games. I still think the most difficult part of this schedule is over. Colorado obviously is not going to be easy next week. It'll be interesting to see how they play tonight at home against Kansas State. But they seem to have found a little bit of some momentum there in Boulder. So they're going to come in here. It's going to be a sellout. Coach Prime, will it be his only visit here? We don't know. But he's coming next week. And it's going to be a festive occasion. Wildcat fans are going to have to bring it, but more importantly, this football team is going to have to bring it next week. Guys, I'm joined as always by Glenn Howe, a U of A football class of 1985, Kelvin Ifan, a class of 1998. Fellas, your thoughts on a 41-19 loss in Provo?
Well, let me, how Gus Johnson said it was a bucket list? He's going to pick up his check next week, and he's going to be 3/4 of a check because the last quarter they weren't even calling the game. That's how bad it was. They were talking about the history of BYU, and they weren't even calling the game. And I was like, "Come on, man!" And so we got to get the knife out of our hands because we just keep on just slow cuts on ourselves. We're just killing ourselves. Every game, the last 3 games, we have just been killing ourselves.
On their opening drive, they moved the.
We just can't not win ball games by throwing interceptions, making bad decisions, and it's just not going to happen. And we're not going to win any games.
And me, myself, I thought that we would be a little bit more conservative knowing that we had guys out on defense. And then when you lose Manu, you really got to be more protective of the ball and try to do some type of ball control type of offense. You know, I understand these days and time and where you're trying to satisfy the fan base and scoring a lot of points, and you want the big plays and T-Mac and Noah with the big, receptions and everything. Yes, but when you know you're in a situation where you're down that many defensive starters, you have to adjust the way that you attack. You just have to, because you're getting yourself in a situation where you can be in a track meet and you're not even at full go with all your guys.
And the other thing is that I think if we look back at the film, I think BYU blitzed every play. Every play, I think
Did
they
we
blitzed.
ever go on a hot route?
I don't know.
We did a couple.
Hot route, it ain't happening. It wasn't even there. Hot route is when you know your guy is blitzing from your side, you run a quick out or in where you're going to be wide open.
Well, they were.
You go to the space.
One thing I will say, and I'm going to have to get on Noah about this.
Yeah, exactly.
They were open
a
few times,
yes.
man. There was some check downs that he could have threw. Now, it wouldn't have got a first down. You know, you would.
But you still would have got some positive yardage,
and you wouldn't have threw it up for an interception.
Yeah.
These guys are doing exactly what I would do versus Noah. I would take away the deep ball and force him to have to work his way up the field.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They're saying, hey, he wants the big play. These guys are known for the big play. Take away the big play and make these guys work it up the field, like they did that first drive versus Kansas State. Like they did that first drive today. But you have to stick with it. You can't get bored with doing the right, simple things.
And I think their defensive coordinator said, you ain't burning me every time I blitz. I'm going to keep on blitzing until you burn me. And then they kept
what he said was, I'm going to just drop my guys deep and let them play the deep balls.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the underneath.
And never hit
and you
it.
got to take it. You just got to take it. I mean, you have to see it and you have to take it. But
it was frustrating.
Man.
you could tell, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. They were just coming every time. And something is got to be changed on that, because that's going to be coming for the rest of the year.
Well, I beat up Khalil Tate a lot because I didn't think that he had, when he was here, I didn't think he had a great anticipation. I didn't think that he saw a lot of things pre-snap, and I got to beat Noah up because I don't think he's seeing things pre-snap. And, you know, when you look at the interception he threw at the beginning of the third quarter, you've got to know that those two guys on your right are going out on routes. And if they come from that side, you can't be looking the other way. You've got to have a realization of that. Or am I wrong there? He should have a realization pre-snap that I got to be wary that because I know my running back and my tight end are both going out, that if this guy comes on the right, I got to get rid of the ball to the right side.
And it's, I mean, even in Pop Warner, you know, my Pop Warner team, you know, we make that adjustment right there. You see the guys point at the kid, hey, watch the blitz, and that's the key. Both guys understand, hey, we're going to do a quick slant right behind it. We're going to get the ball on you, and let's see if we can break a tackle or something, or at least we got possession of the ball without having to get a stop. And I'll tell you something. It's just like in basketball. When teams try to press you in basketball and you break that press a few times, they stop doing it.
Yeah.
But that's the same when you blitz. If a team blitzes you and you take the little hot routes and you're taking what they're giving you, they stop doing it. But as you said, if you don't make that adjustment, they're just gonna keep sending a house at you.
And there's a couple of times on the offensive line, they knew they were coming from one side, a left. It was coming from the left, and they shifted to the right, and the guy came free, just wide open. Yeah. And we used to call it as a Roger and Louie. You make a Roger and Louie call, and then either the quarterback would make it or the center would make it. The Roger and Louie, here it comes. We're gonna all step to the left and pick up the the blitz and leave the furthest guy away to come. He can come. We'll get rid of the ball by that time.
Right.
But no.
But the problem with that was he wasn't getting rid of the ball. So, like I know, that ends up frustrating the offensive linemen, right?
Yeah.
Because they like, if we slide one way, he's still getting hit by the high guy. So, you start getting a little discombobulated, right? Because you don't know, like, should I side left? Should I side right?
Yeah.
Am I on man blocking? But ultimately, they're getting to our quarterback. So that frustrates the offensive line.
All right, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We'll get our first break of the evening in here. It's Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show after a 41-19 loss for the Arizona Wildcats at number 14 BYU. Along with Kelvin Ifan and Glenn Howe, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage of Arizona football is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Dave & Buster's Tucson, Desert Diamond Casinos, Dorado Rock, First Chiropractic, Goodfellas AC, Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Poston Results Team with Keller Williams Southern Arizona, the Window Depot, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor summer could finally come to an end. And with cooler temperatures on the way, it's a good time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. If it's time for any other seasonal maintenance, we've got you covered with the most award-winning service around. You'll see why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' K with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Quick, she's over here. I don't know. I just found her like this.
Yeah, she's banged up, but she'll be fine.
Oh, thank God. What can I do?
Just need the keys. And, sir?
Yeah?
Your car's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Mobile detailing from Recon Auto Detailing. Tired of wear and tear on your vehicle or just tired of cleaning it yourself? We'll come to you. Book with us online and see why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Recon Auto Detailing. ReconDetail.com.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion. JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Was your AC struggling to keep up this summer? We all know what happens to a car if it doesn't get a regular oil change. Your air conditioner is no different. Regular maintenance increases efficiency and reduces the chance of catastrophic failure. Take advantage of Rightway's $65 AC tune-up special. Our experts will perform a 42-point inspection, ensuring your AC runs like new. We'll even check for refrigerant leaks at no charge. Call Rightway at 520-549-1914 for your $65 AC tune-up.
Our window depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
Witzloff checking the sideline on the far side. He will take the snap, quick pass, maybe a double pass, and it looks that way. They're going to crank it up, throw the near side, got a man open, and it's caught. Touchdown, BYU. Martin made the catch. They went double pass, and it worked perfectly for BYU. That was Parker Kingston, I believe, that threw the ball. He's the guy that caught the touchdown pass earlier. And so they pull one out of the bag of tricks, and it works. Wow.
Parker Kingston caught a touchdown pass, threw a touchdown pass, the dreaded double pass. There's like three defensive backs back there, but none of them could get to it. Arizona falls to BYU by a score of 41-19. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. It is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show. We will take your calls till around 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit later if we need to. And let's get right to the calls. There are quite a few of them. We're going to start things off tonight with Bob. You are on Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day after a 41-19 Arizona loss to BYU.
Yeah, I know it was tough. I just have a couple of observations, and I'm anxious for your thoughts. The first half, instead of going for fourth and try to get their first down, if we would have kicked two field goals, there were two opportunities, might have gone down a half, 14-13. And then right at the end of the game, there's no chance of winning the game, and really on your half-yard line, you're going to go for it on 4th and 10. You know, you should have punted the ball and just gave them more reason to run up the score. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Hope we play better next week when we're at home.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. I thought, the last one is the last one. I mean, you're down, 3 scores at that point, so I didn't necessarily have a problem with that. But, guys, what about those first couple of instances?
I thought Noah shouldn't have been in the game.
I did.
That's the first thing. I don't think Noah should have been in the game, and I think they should have punted it.
Because you're trying to protect them at that point. With the score, these guys just basically got their hair, their ears pinned back. Yeah. They're just coming, and so you want to get out of the end zone. You want to run 3 times right up the middle with someone that's going to protect the ball, and then punt, right? Because you're just trying to do the right thing with protecting your guy and not putting him in a position to make another play like that. But I thought, I know if we would have had a bag-up quarterback with some experience, he probably would have been out 2 series ago. Mm-hmm. I bet. But there's no quarterback with experience that's behind him. And also, I think they're trying to give him experience within their system. Yes, he had experience with Fish last year, but now you with your third offensive coordinator, well, actually second, but and I think they're just trying to give him all the reps. I thought 52 times passing the ball. He passed the ball 52 times. I thought that was just, I don't know. Is it because we're behind?
Yeah, I mean, that's I chalked it up today. You're behind 3 touchdowns.
But early in the third quarter. You got to protect your guy.
Yeah.
And you have to protect your guys. I know you're trying to come back, but you have to set that up. You can't just go pass. And I thought, honestly, that was that looked like a young offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
To me, right? I mean, not dissing them away from Coach Baber and them, from Coach Babers, but I felt like when your quarterback is struggling, you have to, calm him down and run some plays to where you're having the quick screens to the tight ends,
passes.
Just
get him
those
in
simple
rhythm
stuff to where you can just work that ball downfield because they wasn't going to take big plays happening against them today.
Every Sunday you see it. Every Saturday you see it with a young quarterback. If he's not having a good day, let's get him some short passes to get his confidence up. Let's get him to. We didn't do any of that.
Now, I will say, guys open, and he was choosing to kind of look downfield a little bit more there. But that's why I say there's not a bag-up quarterback that threatens him because when you have that threat of a guy behind you that's willing to do, usually the bag-up quarterback is willing to do what the coach won't done. And it's just there must not be a threat of that in any kind of way. Because, again, I think he would protect the ball a little bit more. Again, last year he protected the ball because he knew that if he, went the wrong way, DeLore could come back, right? So, but now I don't think that pressure is there.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's talk to Robert. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day after the Wildcats fall at BYU 41-19.
Yeah, another tough loss. Is that 5 interceptions for Fafita in the last 2 games?
That is 5 in the last 2 games, correct.
Okay. Kelvin said they don't have a quarterback with experience. How is the guy going to get experience if he sits his butt on the bench game after game? Fafita's struggling. I think they need to take him out, light a fire under his butt so he can start playing better. He's too complacent back there because, he some stupid passes. The interceptions he throws are hideous. And then who's calling these plays? Every first down, I was saying it's a 2-yard run up the middle for Conley. Oh, you 1 or 2 yards. I don't understand what offense we're running. We never do any, fake handoff, play action pass or whatever. Nothing. It's for the U of A. It's a straight pass or a straight run. There's no, deception, no trying to fake out anybody. And I honestly think if Fafita continues this trend against Colorado, I don't care who the backup is, give him a shot to get in there because Fafita, to me, he doesn't have it this year. The guy, last year he had a great season. This year he basically sucks, I think. 5 interceptions in 2 games, and I think they need to get somebody in there. The last 5 minutes today, they should have put somebody in there, experience or no experience. Because what is he doing to show that he wants to be the quarterback out there?
Well, they're going to tell you that that's their leader. He's in there every day. He's working hard to try to get this thing right. Obviously, it's not showing on the field, but that's a legitimate question. If they go down early this Saturday against Colorado, I think you have to at least maybe, bring him back, pull him back, let him take a breather, and maybe give Tannenbaum or one of those other guys an opportunity if they go down early at home against Colorado. Because, again, I think this is a monumental game. You got a sold-out crowd coming in here. It's homecoming, and you don't want that to turn into a negative atmosphere in the second quarter next Saturday.
Sure, and I know we're down some guys on defense, but their tackling was horrible today.
Yeah, it was
tons of missed tackles. It's like, I don't know. To me, this team, I don't know if it's Brennan or Akina or Babers, whoever. They don't look. I watch a lot of college football and pro football. U of A doesn't look. They look discombobulated, to say it right. The way I can figure it out, on offense and defense, they just don't look like they're running with any rhythm, playing with any intensity on defense. Nothing. It's just they're going through the motions out there, and it's the way we're headed. And it's probably going to be a 4 or 5 win season at best. So
we shall see. I still think the backside, Bob. I still think the backside of the schedule is. I'm sorry, Robert, is favorable. But I appreciate your call tonight as well. We'll talk about the thing that happened right off the bat, and that was the ejection of Jacob Manu. Straight ahead, it's Meridian Wealth Management. Arizona Game Day, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us. You can text us. You can also message us. We are streaming this show on Twitch. We are on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube, so message us on any of those platforms. If you have thoughts on the game tonight, Arizona falls at number 14 BYU by a score of 41-19. Much more straight ahead, along with Kelvin Efon and Glenn Howe. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Broadway in Tucson presents the new 2024-2025 season, featuring 6 blockbuster productions, including Mamma Mia and the Southern Arizona premieres of Clue, live on stage, Beetlejuice, Some Like It Hot, the Neil Diamond musical, A Beautiful Noise, and Shucked. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the best prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2024-2025 season tickets today.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer-installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE Eagle.
The Window Depot has everything you need to create the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. Browse the aisles of in-stock cabinets available in a variety of sizes and configurations and instantly elevate your space today. Visit a showroom and let our experts guide you. Whether you're choosing from ready-to-go designs or creating a custom masterpiece, we can help you select the perfect wood type, color, and style, and top it off with unique hardware to complete your look. Find a location near you at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066. Make Dave & Buster's a part of your weekly rituals. Military Monday, get extra gameplay on your card. Tuesday night is Trivia Night with great prizes. Thursday is extra credit with student discounts on gameplay after 9 p.m. Stop in Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch specials. Want more? Rewards members will get an extra 100 chips with a purchase of 100 chips and Sunday sips for hospitality workers. Full and quick service restaurants, hotels, and amusement parks. Discounted beverages and apps after 9 p.m. only at Dave & Buster's. Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Our window depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
Retzlaff will take the snap, and on the pitch, option pitch goes to the left, turning there, first down, over midfield, and out of bounds at the Arizona 48. So BYU runs the ball for the first time today, and it pays off for a first down.
Yeah, BYU ran a speed option to the left side. And Arizona, they got Arizona a little bit off balance right now. 3 passes in a row, then they finally got into a manageable run situation and ran a speed option to the outside. Got to the perimeter really quickly on Arizona.
Nikolai Ropati, the running back, and again, he's returned after sitting out 3 games with an injury. And now, what did we get here? So they're reviewing something.
After review, personal foul, targeting number 5 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 5 is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
Well, that is a major loss for the Wildcats, and I do mean a major loss. Jacob Manu, the junior out of Santa Ana, led the Pac-12 in tackles last year, 51 to lead Arizona this year. He's their defensive captain back there, the play caller on defense, and now he is done for the day. And on top of that, a 15-yard penalty will take it down to the Arizona 34, 1st and 10 for BYU.
All right, Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Wildcats fall at number 14, BYU 41-19. Jacob Manu ejected from this game early for targeting. And, obviously there were a lot of people that were upset about this and the call that was made here. And we could go back and forth on that. But the bottom line is this is what the game is right now, okay? You cannot have helmet to helmet. These are referees, these people reviewing these things. They're not out to try to take kids out of the game, but the rule is the rule, and if they see it, you're going to be out. And that's what happened in this instance with Jacob Manu. We can agree to disagree. We can all agree whether or not it was a football play, whether it was 20 years ago that would not have been the call. But we're in 2024, and that's what the call is. That's what the call is, and players have to learn that they cannot lead with their helmets, and it's unfortunate, but that's what happened to Jacob Manu, and that was a huge loss for this defense. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
I think it was a big blow to us, but if you look at the review, he was trying to get his head. I think he was trying to get his head across, and the guy ducked his head and he get helmet to helmet. But you know what? I think that our defense played decent. I thought it was going to be a total debacle after that, but they played pretty decently after that, and they pulled it together. We just put them in bad situation with those fumble situations. Every time it was short, sudden change. We didn't do very well on the sudden change. And, our offense cannot do this to our defense. It's just probably, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, a little bit of chatterbox back and forth, let's get it going, guys, because that's important.
You look at, obviously there's injuries happening here. Takario Davis left the game with an injury and did not return. It appears, and I didn't even see this last week, but apparently Emmanuel Carnley has some kind of a hand injury. His right hand was heavily wrapped. It was apparently wrapped last week during the game as well. He at times looked like he didn't even want to use his right hand out there today. So, you got one corner out there that's playing, just using one arm. And that's rough. I mean, it's rough. Owen Goss came in and kind of like the Kansas State game, they went right after him, and that's what teams are going to do when the backups come in. If they think that there's one of those backups that they can attack in coverage, and Owen's, I think, probably a better run defender than he is in coverage, and they're going to find that matchup. And they found it a couple times against Owen Goss, and were able to be successful in the red zone after the Wildcats had stopped them on that first trip to the red zone. It was like, again, things got off to such the great start. You're thinking, man, this is you don't go for it in the red zone against Arizona because they're going to stop you. And then they turn around and go 11 plays, 95 yards. And you're thinking, man, here we go. Something maybe similar to what we saw at Utah. But again, it just did not materialize after that. Takario Davis had another opportunity for an interception, and we've seen this now repeatedly over 2 seasons, and just for some reason, that ball like popped up right in front of him. I mean, it was a floater. It was there. And to me, that might have been the turning point of the game because you 2 plays later, they scored to take a 14-7 lead, and it was all downhill after that.
Yeah, that was a floater. That should have been, it's got to be you got to be a hawk.
You got to be hunting the football.
Yep.
Hunt the ball.
You got to hunt it.
Hunt the ball.
Hunt the ball, man. We weren't hunters. There wasn't too many hunters.
520-848-1290. This number to get on the program. Let's go back to the phones and talk to our guy, Paul in Phoenix. Paul, you're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Wildcats fall at BYU 41-19.
David, I'm asking for a big favor. Can you sit back for a second? I want you to allow Glenn and Kelvin to earn their money this week.
I will turn my mic off.
Okay, Kelvin, Glenn, here's what we're going to do. Okay, Glenn, I missed the first opening part, but you brought something up and it made me think. You said that BYU seemed like they blitzed on every single play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'd like one of you guys to do, and I'm sure Kelvin's about ready to raise your hand for you, Glenn, and say, okay, can we do a Steph Curry shot chart, okay? And let's determine where those blitzes came from on every single play and where the pass went after that blitz, okay? And I'm going to assign one of you guys to do that and get back to us later this week because is it me or is Noah struggling to see over the oncoming rushers? And, of course, when they're coming at you and there's 2 or 3 of them, it's hard to see over them. If they're doing a straight-on blitz, is it that difficult for him to see around it? And I'm going to say yes. That's just me, okay? So if you guys can develop a shot chart or something like that, that'd be great because, God, this team is just they don't and they haven't yet, even this season, with the exception of one game, they don't know how to finish. And that's the biggest thing is they've got to learn how to finish. Now, does it mean that you keep a fullback in the game as a protector for the middle for Noah? I don't know enough about football to be able to tell these guys this stuff. Well, but that's why we're – go ahead.
Well, Paul, sometimes we just don't have enough guys there.
Go ahead.
And he's got to get rid of the ball. The quarterback is the blitz killer. So he's got to get rid of the ball. That's what he does.
And then what you do is you count. You say, I have 5 offensive linemen
and I got 5
and 1 running back.
Yeah.
Okay? If they send 7, I have to throw hot. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
But how many tight ends do we have?
Sometimes we only have 1 tight end in there.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time we'll have 12 personnel.
So at some point, don't you think we need to change that up a little bit and bring another tight end and go to a heavier package, okay? And again, I'm not saying that's the answer, but at some point when teams are just blitzing us and God bless Noah because he's hanging in there. He's getting beat up. And last year's offensive line, it was a different offensive line than this year, okay? I'm not going to say they're better. I'm just going to say they're different, okay? So he's not getting the protection he was getting last year, and that's obvious.
And in the beginning of the year, we did go with 2 double tights a lot. If you remember, the beginning of the year, we were going double tights quite a bit.
Okay. And there's no reason why. And that's where the tight end says, hey, do you see the blitzer coming? And he'll go, yeah, he's right in front of me. Okay, well, you need to chip him. And then when you chip him, you turn around and be Noah's safety valve. something. You got to do something like that. And again, I'm not saying that's where it went wrong or it didn't go wrong, whatever. The bottom line is this team, we know they're so capable of finishing plays. They proved it last year, and they've proved it somewhat this year. They're very capable. And I know the home run balls that Noah throws up, sometimes you think, oh, it's going to be a good – doggone it. It's an incomplete or interception. But there's a way to finish these plays and to finish it. We've had some good drives, okay? And, it's just one of those things. And then to the defense, 24 points off turnovers for BYU, okay? Mm-hmm. I have no problem with the way the defense played tonight. And here's the thing. I'm guilty, okay? The second half, the entire second half, I don't think I looked at the TV once. I listened to the radio all the time. I'm doing things walking around because I'm kind of I'm kind of tiger kind of chained up like Yeah. So I'm listening to Brian and Lamont. Okay, so I don't get the idea of who is truly blitzing or whatnot, and that shame on me. I should watch it more, and I drive my family crazy. But it's this team can finish. We know they can. The defense, they played their guts out. Final question. I know there's other people. Jacob Manu, does he have to sit out the entire first half of the Colorado game, or how does that work?
I think it's one quarter.
No, it happened in the first half.
So he has to do
quarter. No, so he good. Yeah, if it happened in the first quarter.
Half. Oh yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. No,
you don't have to sit out.
Okay, so he's back.
Yes.
He'll be back. Okay. Because I was concerned. We need him. He is the captain of our defense. Right? He's our inspirational leader. We need him out there. This team, and I'm gonna just please. The team's not gonna quit, guys, fans. They're not gonna quit. Us fans, we need to check ourselves and decide: are we gonna quit on the team?
Don't quit on the team, guys.
Well.
I'm not quitting.
I know you're not.
And I'll say this, Paul. I mean, they are 6-0 for a reason, and they were supposed to win this game for a reason. And I had them winning before this year. I'm a lot like DK. I had us around 3-3. I did not think that we would beat Utah, but I for sure didn't think we would lose to Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So we right there.
1 for 1.
We're right there where it's just going down this stretch with the injured defensive backs. Seeing Noah, throw more picks, I think it's starting to make people feel, it make me feel like, man, it's going to be a little tougher down the stretch than I thought. This Colorado game is looking like a game when I thought that, we had an edge on those guys. But now, depending on how they played tonight versus Kansas State, I don't know. So, the Big 12 is going to be interesting.
Last question. Can I get one more in real quick?
Absolutely.
So I always forget, and I apologize, the running back who we're waiting to hear about the clearing, is he still with us? Are we still waiting?
Ja'Cory Krosky-Mary. Yeah, he was at practice this week, so, he's still there. He's still working out. So, we're still waiting.
Why is it that the NCAA can levy a fine against Vanderbilt of, $500,000, $600,000? They can do that, within a day or two, but yet they can't decide the future of a young man's career being able to play on a team, and it's taken it this long to do that. That's why the NCAA needs to go away. This is ridiculous.
Paul, I think he should sue him.
Well, I think they already decided.
I think he should too. No, seriously.
Yeah, I personally think they already decided. I mean, they're showing that we're not going to let them play. Unless you guys don't put them out there and jeopardize your season. So I don't know. I feel like they're already saying how they feel.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But the good thing is, in 5 years, the NCAA will be one of those distant memories. It'll just be in textbooks for kids to read about. And go, Mommy, what was the NCAA? Well, that was that really obnoxious governing body that took everybody's money at March Madness. That's what it was. So, guys, bear down. I'm there. I'm bringing my grandkids. My daughter's going to go. We're going to do the bus. It's going to be a fun thing for us, and I hope everybody shows up because it's going to be fun. It'll be a good time.
All right, homecoming next Saturday. We'll
Paul,
see you
we
there,
always
Paul.
appreciate your call.
Thanks, guys. Talk at you. Bye.
All right, Paul in Phoenix, 520-848-1290. That opens up a line. Let's take a look at if anybody is cashing any tickets as a result of this game tonight.
How did the 1290 crew do today with their best bets? Let's find out how they did in today's pregame show. Today's best bets are brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, let's take a look at what we've got on this one today. Kelvin and I took BYU and laid the 2.5. That's a big win. Glenn took the Wildcats in the 2.5. It looked like it was going to be the under for a while, but then the pick six at the end by Noah Fafita and another touchdown after that, and it landed on 60. So the over, everybody loses on that. So Glenn loses 0-2 tonight.
Yeah.
Kelvin and I get 1-1, so half a win on that. So pulling back closer to GH, who is now 6-6 through the first 6 games, and Kelvin and I 5-7. So just a game behind Glenn in terms of the best bets. Nobody's really running away with any money as a result of these games so far this year.
And that's how the 1290 crew did with their best bets. Today's best bets were brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. Much more ahead for you. We'll go to probably about 7 o'clock tonight, so another hour to talk Arizona football. We'll dive into what we thought the keys were for an Arizona victory against the 14th-ranked BYU Cougars. It did not pan out. We'll also update you on the scores from around college football. Not a good day for the ex-coach of the Arizona Wildcats either today. He took it on the chin, as well as the big game of the night happening right now, Oregon and Ohio State. There was one good thing that happened today. That happened on the baseball field.
Cleveland.
No, not the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland
Indians.
Browns are not a good thing. They are not a good thing at all this year. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Kelvin Efon is here along with Glenn Howe. Priscilla is running the cameras. If you're watching this story today, well, don't put that one on. Don't put that shot up there. See, now I try to celebrate her, and she's got cameras up there that don't belong. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you can follow on the show. We'll take your comments on those platforms as well, and much more straight ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice first.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Come out to Dave & Buster's, the best place outside of the stadium to see the games this football season. Monday and Thursday, get all-you-can-eat wings with game card for $19.99. Sunday, get in on the chance to win a big game watch party at Dave & Buster's in front of the big screen, plus other big prizes and weekly winners. Join them now through October 22nd, all day, every day. They'll be offering $5 22-ounce drafts only at Dave & Buster's. Make Dave & Buster's your place to watch the games.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
It's not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
There are many reasons you might need Dorado Rockin' Materials. A few bare spots in the yard, the driveway needs filling in, or it could be that the yard needs a whole makeover. Whatever the reason, if your yard has the summertime blues, Dorado Rockin' Materials has everything from sand to boulders and every rock and pebble in between. If you need help spreading it, we have options for that too. Call 400-4233. Dorado Rock and Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Don't hold back. Just dive right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Thama Autumn Nation.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. A full wrap-up on today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Brett Brennan, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona football. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Shotgun, receivers left and right. Ball almost middle of the field. Moore will take the snap straight back to throw. Has some time waiting, looking deep, throwing deep, looking for the end zone, and it's picked off by BYU. And the Cougars going to take over at their own 1-yard line. So first down and 10. Cats moving right to left here in the third quarter. Noah Fafita at quarterback. Receivers left and right. And they put Olsen in motion, the tight end from left to right. And Fafita, pump pass, and his pass is batted up in the air and intercepted. And BYU is going to take over inside the Arizona 10. On the first pass, trying to go to Sam Olsen in the right flat. And the ball's batted up in the air, intercepted. Second pick for BYU. And this one puts them in a golden spot. They're going to put the football down around the Arizona 9-yard line.
3 interceptions for Noah Fafita in this ball game. He finished 26 of 52, 3 interceptions. He did throw a touchdown pass to Montana Lamonius Craig to give the Wildcats the early 7-0 lead in this game. He was also sacked once, and that was the strip sack that led to the other turnover. So all 4 turnovers connected to the Arizona Wildcats quarterback in this 41-19 loss today in Provo to the BYU Cougars. And second half, Tetro McMillan had a wide open drop. You very rarely see that from him, but that's kind of when you knew the writing was on the wall, when T-Mac's wide open over the middle and he can't corral it in. It was just a number of situations like that. We saw some different things today from the Wildcats. I don't know that we've seen much zone read. We saw a zone read run there early in the first half. That was a little bit different to try to maybe mix it up and try to get Noah involved a little bit more in the run game.
Yeah, that was risky. That was risky. I saw that and I was like, man, he might run this, and that's a little risky to do with Noah when he's our guy that we need to have standing upright and being in there. And the kid's got a lot of pressure on him, man. And I just hope he can get through this and just come back. You got one thing about football, you got next week. You can come back. You got a week to think about it, get better. And hopefully he'll come back for the Colorado game, and let's have a great homecoming.
You look at, obviously, some of the other numbers on this game today, and we'll dive into our keys to the game here shortly. But the Wildcats, in terms of running the football, just 114 yards on the ground, had some decent runs, some good runs, but just nothing real consistent on that side. We mentioned Noah. He did run 7 times in the game, which was probably close to a season high for him. Caden Luke got a couple of carries, but just nothing real consistent once the Wildcats got behind and they kind of went to trying to throw the ball versus run it. Let's dive into our keys to the game and see what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win this one today.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different. The dealership that is different.
All right, we'll start with my keys.
We talked last week about just kind of the commitment to the run game, and I'd like to see a combined 30 carries between Quali Connolly and Kedrick Risano in this ball game. And I think in terms of third down for me, I think I'm going to flip it over to the defense. You've got to stay strong on third down like you did last week against Texas Tech. This is not a very good third down offense in BYU, so don't let them move the chains and continue drives in that respect. And I'll go back to the issue that they had early in the season. You cannot let Jake Ratzliff get off running the football today against you in Provo, because if he does and he begins to light up that crowd with big runs, you're going to be in serious, serious trouble in trying to win in this hostile environment.
All right, before we talk about that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Arizona Game Day, Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day on Wildcats Radio 1290.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have Tucson covered from training camp to spring football and everything in between. No one covers Arizona football like we do. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, Jake Ratzliff finished this ball game 18 of 32 passing, decent 218 yards, threw a couple touchdown passes, didn't get sacked, ran the ball 6 times for 28 yards, had a 16-yard run, averaged 5 yards on those 6 runs. So again, didn't run wild, but was effective enough for them in terms of Arizona's run game, as we mentioned, in terms of the running backs. Just 24 carries between Quali Connolly, Kedrick Risano, and Caden Luke. So nowhere near the 30 that you needed in this ball game, but you probably weren't going to get to that point once you fell down so far behind. But like you said earlier, Calvin, sometimes you just have to commit to that and take that pressure off your quarterback and just try and establish that as a positive, looking for positives to move forward with. And if they could have gotten that running game going in the second half, that could have been something you could have hung your hat on for next week against Colorado.
Exactly, and you just want to give those guys those opportunities because they may break one. I mean, so you have to give those carries. I mean, 52 passing attempts. I understand it was a loss, but I still feel like you have to take at least 10 of those away. I mean, 42. I mean, I feel like, and if we are going to pass, you have to force him to do some of those quick screens, some of those quick hidden plays to where guys can make moves and get up the field. I understand they had some big guys. Their defensive line, they were getting there with pressure with 4 guys. I mean, but again, I still feel like you have to go at these guys. I at the beginning of the game when they first read Caden Luke on the first carry, I was mystified because I was like, okay. Then I thought about it. I said, okay, so they really trying to show that we're going to play physical. And then he didn't get another carry till maybe like the 4th quarter. So yeah. I was like, okay, what was that about? So I just feel like that, yes, you want to establish that physical presence. I understand you don't want to hit your head against a brick wall. It's a different time in offensive football and these days. But when it get down to it, you still have to establish some type of threat of the run.
Yeah, and absolutely. And David, you talked about that quarterback, their quarterback. He played a good game. He had, a couple, the touchdown pass. He had a 5-yard touchdown pass. And then you look at, all the points they have, 24 points off of our turnovers. They got 17 points. They have 17 points. We're in that game. And like I said, our defense did not play that bad. The sudden change is sudden change, and sometimes it's difficult, especially when you're inside your own 5 or your own 10 or your own 20 a couple times.
And you're missing 4 of your top guys.
And I think they played their butts off a little bit, but we just can't. We just continue. We got to take the knife out of our hands, man. We're just slowly cutting ourselves to death.
All right, let's hear what Kelvin's keys were.
My keys to the game today is defense has to stop the run and make BYU one-dimensional. We can't let these guys have two-way goals where they're running and throwing and doing whatever they want to do. We have to load up and take that run away from them and force them to beat us in the passing game. Offense has to convert on third downs. We have to move the chains. It ain't always about a big play and scoring big touchdowns. It's about moving the chains and keep giving yourself opportunities to get that score. And then when we do get in the red zone, we have to get some touchdowns. I like the field goals. I like coming away with some points. But as you know, back in my day, I put that thing in the end zone. You know what I mean? So that's what I want from our guys, a little bit more physicality. Let's try to run the ball in there. Let's smash Mouthing in there, and if we can't, let's be real smart about how we play action off of that to get our guys the ball.
You got any eligibility left over there?
Yeah. Ooh, man, I wish, boy. I'm telling you, man. It was some situation with short yardage and around that goal line where you just have to, my uncle told me a long time ago, when they say you scored a touchdown, they say your last name, right?
Yeah.
And when you don't get it, they also say your last name. They don't necessarily say the offensive line don't block. So what I'm saying by that is I feel like the running backs themselves, you have to make it happen. I mean, sometimes you have to just put it all on your back and show your guys that they have someone that they can depend on. And I just think they need more opportunities down there. They do. As a back right now, you get one chance down there, maybe.
Yeah.
And so, I just think it's an opportunity about opportunities. They need more opportunities.
I mean, they had 4 drives over 10 plays in this game. I mean, the first one went 11 for 95. They had a little 11 for 51 that stalled at the BYU 24-yard line. They didn't get any points out of that one, so that's disappointing. And then they had 2 drives, 18 and 10 in the second half, 70-plus, which they got 10 points out of. But, at that point they were down a lot. But still, I mean, they were able, third downs, 11 of 19. You'll take that in most games. But BYU did run the football effectively to the tune of 147 yards in this game. And we talked about, one of my keys was hold them down on third down, and you did that in this ball game. You held them down on third down, 4 of 11. So that's less than 40%, and you'll take that in most instances. Your red zone, you were 3 of 3. You got 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So when you got to the red zone in this game, you were able to convert. It was just you didn't get to you had three times out of 10 or 11 drives.
Yeah, and the thing that I didn't understand is that I thought the game's going to change because of momentum of stuff that's going on in the game, but we really didn't establish like a plan of what we really wanted to do. Like that first drive, it was like we're gonna pass it and then we're gonna run it. We're gonna do everything that we needed to do to bully you a little bit. We weren't afraid to bully you. And then we just kind of went away from that.
So was that the script? And then once you got off script?
That was the
first 10 plays.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once the script went away,
I said, bring the script back.
Over the place.
Bring the script back.
Run it back.
It's like what what I'm saying? It was like it was something that we had a plan for, and then all of a sudden the plan was gone.
And you know what? You remember, it's like Pop Warner, I would say, in high school when your best guy kind of is not having a great game, it kind of brings everybody else down.
Yeah.
It feels like you're not going to win. Sometimes that's how it feels when T-Mac is not making the big catches and not getting making all the big plays. It seems like the rest of the guys, I won't say it seems like the rest of the guys, it just seems like they don't have a chance, to win the game. And I just can't wait till we get more guys stepping up. When Craig scored the touchdown, I thought, okay, why we never went back to that play? Why we never went back to the clear out and let's come back across, under there again? I'm thinking
that's what I'm saying. There was just we didn't stick to a plan. We didn't stick to something.
Because I SOS that. I'm like, same old thing. We got to do that again. You're going to have to stop that. I'm running that play to the other side. But, for whatever reason, we didn't see that play again because that was a perfect setup.
Yeah, because next week they're gonna set us up. They're gonna put Hunter on T-Mac 1-on-1. They ain't gonna put nobody on the top. They're going to just let him. Deion's going to say, I'm just going to put my best guy and your guy. Let's see what you can do.
That didn't work last year, though, because
I know,
got the advantage on him a couple times.
But that's what I bet you that's what he's going to do.
520-848-1290. Let's hear Glenn's keys. There were a lot of them.
Well, for me, I'm going to be like that janitor with all them keys, okay? He's going to be shaking them keys. I got a lot of keys. Okay, first of all, my first key is that the offensive side of the ball, we have to get at least 35 runs this game. You look at the last five games, you got a win. We had only 26. We had 29. The loss, we had 19 carries. Utah, we had 30. Texas Tech, we have 30. I think we do much better when we're in that 35 and above range. I think we need to get up there in 35. Love to see 40. Okay, I like to see Conley get at least 20-plus carries. Okay, we have to be able to. Then we have to be really good on first down. What are we getting on first down? Are we getting 3 and 4 yards on first down so we can make it a little bit more easier on Noah? Give him a little bit more, not to panic and have to make that big play. So let's do really well on first down. And then the second thing we got to do, we got to get the ball out to everybody. Everybody's got to get, I want to see the tight end get more balls. I want to see shorter passes over the middle. We got to hit the middle of the field. Hit the middle of the field. On defensive side of the ball, need to have a great first down play. Don't get them in behind the chains. Don't let them get 3 to 4 yards on first down. We need to get a couple turnovers. In a big crowd like this turns the game around with the turnovers. We need a couple turnovers, and then also on special teams. Do not let them make a big play on special teams.
Oh, man, that's a lot of keys there.
Yeah.
A lot of keys.
I told you I was like the janitor. You know how he used to walk down the hall and you see him on that little, with all the chains and the keys.
We'll have to go back and look at the tape, but what's your early assessment offensively on how they did on those first downs?
On the first downs, I thought we did pretty decently. I thought we were getting 3 and 4, 3 yards, and we were running the ball a little bit on first down. And then when we were doing that, we were converting on third down. We were converting, and our conversion on third down was pretty good. 11 for 19, that's not bad. 11 for 19 on first down, on third down. So it wasn't like it was usually what we were having the last couple of weeks was like third and 8 and 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 12 because we had a penalty or something. But I thought we did actually pretty good.
All right, that is our keys to the game, what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win tonight over BYU in Provo, or this afternoon. It did not happen, though, 41-19, the final. We'll take more of your calls, 520-848-1290. We've got a few lines open, a few folks holding on. Stay right there. We need to pay the bills as we continue on. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot post-game coverage of Arizona football rolls on. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The post-game show is brought to you by Broadway in Tucson, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, Drain Medics, First Choice Pools, Goldberg and Osborne, The Injury Lawyers, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Lexus of Tucson, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community designed by nature. Showtime Sports Cards, Tucson Police Department, University Termite and Pest Control, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE EAGLE.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' K is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Go Wildcats! As a new season starts, the Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, the Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
My drains are clogged again. What should I do? Don't let those clogged drains scare you. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a $79 drain and faucet diagnostic service special. We'll get you back in the flow. Call us at 520-492-0748 or picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Make the right choice for your home when it comes to windows and doors. For more than 20 years, the Window Depot has provided the best price and biggest inventory on in-stock windows and doors. The Window Depot is open to the public, so whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, you can shop the enormous warehouse. Browse the shelves with over 1,000 vinyl windows, interior and patio doors, and skylights in several varieties and sizes available to go home today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot. Best price, biggest inventory.
Our Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday Postgame Show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
Defeated. Will take the snap. Straight back to throw. Sets up in the pocket. Fires. Caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Just like that, Montana Lamonius Craig squirting through, finding a wide open Noah Pepita delivers.
Wow, this may have been the best looking drive that Arizona's put together this season.
That's the frustrating part. I mean, two of these games where they've gotten blown out, they've had really, really impressive drives. Kansas State, to open that game was as impressive a drive as we've had this season. And then that one right there, 11 plays, 95 yards. They did it pretty relatively quickly, less than 5 minutes. Montana Lamonius Craig with the touchdown. He finished with 5 catches for 43 yards in the game. He and T-Mac both had 5 catches. T-Mac 5 for 78. Another game, though, without Tetro McMillan catching a touchdown pass. Arizona loses 41-19 to number 14 BYU. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's go back to the phones, and let's hear from Frank. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, guys. The first thing I'll say is pretty obvious. Our offensive line is not as strong as it was last year, and Fafita's getting hammered. He's getting pressured all the time. So I don't see that the coaches are making any adjustment for that. My adjustment would be something that's pretty old-fashioned. You know, I've been watching the Wildcats since 1954, so I'm a little old-fashioned, you know. So I would leave a blocking back instead of putting everybody, maybe a quick block and then going downfield or not blocking at all. I would leave either what's the fullback's name?
Luke.
Yeah. Anyway, either use the fullback or maybe put Miranda back there as a blocking back, because most of the time, at least last year, Fafita, when he has time, he will find a receiver. And, let's give T-Mac some more time to find a space. And Lamonius Craig is a very good receiver. Burnett is developed very well. So, I would even leave like the two backs black to block, and then one of them can take off if there's no blocking that's needed. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's max protection.
Yeah,
basically, where you leave the backs in or you leave the tight ends in, and basically you have one or two guys in the route. I think the only thing on that is most people are double teaming T-Mac. So if you only put one or two people in the route, we're barely getting open with five people out, in the route. Even though we do have people open, we just, Noah got to, watch that film and get the ball to him. But yeah, man, I totally hear you what you're saying about the max protection. It's just right now, with the way the defenses are playing, they just going to double up on the two receivers that's out in the route.
Yeah, and I don't know, is Fafita, 5'10", 5'11"? I mean, the linemen are coming in maybe 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and he can't, I can't throw the ball over them many times. So I would really leave that. And one other thing, I don't know if anybody else has any thoughts on the blocking back. Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's times when they've done that. We've seen. I mean, we talked about that a few weeks ago. Obviously, the game at Utah. He hit two big plays in that game as a result of getting more time to throw the ball from a running back who stayed in and blocked. So that is something that they do. Do they do it all the time? No. I mean, you're also trying to give Noah as many options, and so and I think we've seen. And you heard Quali Connolly talk about that this week. He's like, well, one of my jobs is to stay in, block initially, and then sneak out to become available for Noah if that opportunity presents itself. So, yeah, they are doing it. Maybe they're not doing it to the extent that you'd like to see it, but it is happening.
Yeah, but, I understand what you're saying, but as far as I can remember, Connolly got one pass. I don't remember any other back getting any other catches, so...
He had four. Well, tonight Quali had four for 29 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the only, and Kedrick had two, so the running backs total had 6 catches tonight.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, the other thing is, there's a minute left. The game is lost, and I would have liked to see another quarterback in there. Had our quarterback last year not gotten hurt, we might have not known how good Fafita would be for the rest of the season. I'm not giving up on Fafita, but with a minute left, why don't you put Dorman or somebody else out there? Give them a chance to see what they have.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna say this: I would have put him out there, but not to see what he had. Because at that point, there's nothing that can be seen. There's 1 minute left, right? I would have put him out there just to hand the ball off, just because more than likely the backup player is going to listen a little bit more and understand as a coach that, hey, we're just trying to ride this thing out right here. Yeah. Noah is the ultimate competitor. He's going to keep shooting. He's going to shoot every gun out his bullet. Every bullet out his gun. He's going to keep it. So, a good coach, sometimes you reel that guy back a little bit. So I would have put the other kid in just to run the clock out, basically. I mean, some people might say, "Oh, you're not fighting to the last."
Give those guys, that practice every day. Give them a chance. And also, David, I think they could have used Leroy Kelly out there. Can we get him back?
I don't know. That field was too nice for my dad. My dad, he thrived on the mud fields. That field was too nice for him.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it immensely, Frank. Check it in. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Arizona falls 41-19 at BYU. The 14th ranked Cougars win big, and they remain unbeaten in conference play, and they're trying to stay pace with three other teams that are playing tonight: Colorado, West Virginia, and Iowa State. We'll update you on all those scores straight ahead. Guys, we'll get some final thoughts from you and let you get away to a Saturday night. It's not going to be one of those Saturday nights that Tommy Lloyd likes to refer to, where we get a nice win and everybody can go out and have a nice dinner. Well, you can still go out and have a nice dinner. It's just not going to feel as good after a 22-point beatdown.
I'm going to get a sandwich.
No
this
steak.
Is a sandwich
no
night.
Steak from Fleming's tonight. Just a sandwich from Subway or something.
Yeah, this is a sandwich from some Jimmy John's or something. I mean, guys, this was just disheartening. You that first drive, like they said, like Lamont said, he goes, "Man, this is the best drive of the whole season." I was fired up. Next week is homecoming. Boy, and we got Dion coming in, and we got a good Colorado football team coming in, and they're coming off a bye, aren't they?
And Dion, no, they're playing today.
They're playing today. They're playing tonight. Okay, they're playing tonight.
And Dion can't complain about it being a night game.
No, it's all day.
So like you guys said earlier, the temperatures are looking pretty good for next Saturday.
Yeah,
so
it's looking too good. I wish it was 90 now,
right? Now he would complain about that.
Yeah, yeah. So I just hope these guys get it together. They got a little ride home. It's not that long to come back from Salt Lake. Figure it out, guys. Just figure it out and get back on track. You start Monday. It's just put in the work. And the captains and the leaders, and Kelvin, you know this, got to keep people in check, keep them focused. We still got long seasons ahead of us. We got a lot of games ahead of us, and we got to just keep focused and keep on winning the next one. Go 1-0 this week.
And that's exactly what I would say to the guys is that we have a second half of the season to go, guys, and things aren't quite how we want them to be right now. But if we clean up some of the things that we're doing wrong as players, not worrying about play calling and looking for every excuse in the book to why things aren't going right, let's look at ourselves in the mirror and let's get things together and let's get back to playing fundamental football. This season is more than salvageable. These guys could still get to bowl games and still have a decent record from this season, but you're gonna have to get back to the fundamentals. You don't have to try to be the superhero everybody wants you to be. Just keep the game simple and just play to win.
And the thing that would kill me is that 24 points off of turnovers and what's your score? That's what really would eat. That turns the whole game. That is just we can't win ball games like that.
Nope. And again, like I said, 7 turnovers, 42 points. That's astounding. The last 2 weeks.
That's losses.
Yeah,
and that's what it was.
All right, guys. We learned how to do an early show. I fear it's funny. We started at 8:30 this morning. I fear that we won't get it this year, but I fear that 4:30 a.m. show is coming at some point. That noon Eastern time, September or October start, 9 o'clock here on the West Coast, and we'll be. We'll be well, last year.
But that'd be a normal steady diet for me.
Yeah, you get up at 4:30 anyway, right?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, 41-19, Arizona loses. We'll have much more coming up for you. Scoreboard. Hopefully, maybe we'll hear from the team in Utah and Provo. We'll see if any post-game sound comes in on that. We'll take some more of your calls as well as we get to the conclusion here on this Saturday night. Much more straight ahead, guys. Thank you. It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
It's not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bpestfree.com.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer-installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the Diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor summer could finally come to an end. And with cooler temperatures on the way, it's a good time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. If it's time for any other seasonal maintenance, we've got you covered with the most award-winning service around. You'll see why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Are you facing plumbing problems and need a reliable solution? Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, or an upgrade to a tankless water heater, Rightway has you covered. And for a limited time only, we're offering 10% off your next repair or installation. Don't let plumbing issues ruin your day. Call Rightway at 520-276-2775. We'll get a plumber to your door. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
The Window Depot is more than a window store. The Window Depot is a one-stop warehouse with everything you need for your complete home remodel. Shop the aisles of pre-built cabinets in a variety of colors, granite and quartz countertops, sinks, skylights, and hardware to complete your project. Need a custom order? We can help. Our designers offer free design services and can special order everything you need for your kitchen or bathroom remodel today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rocking K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rocking K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Our Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
First and goal, Arizona now at the BYU 2-yard line. And the Wildcats here, again, going without a huddle. Handoff will go to Conley, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Nice drive by Arizona.
Nice drive indeed to get that touchdown to Quali Connolly. Quali in the game running the ball, finished 13 carries, 39 yards. He had the one touchdown, and that capped a drive that went 10 plays, 75 yards at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Took him just under 3 minutes to get down and get that score, but the Wildcats lose it 41-19 at Provo to number 19 BYU. 520-848-1290. A few more minutes with you tonight. Take you to 7 o'clock. Don't forget, we got NFL football coming up for you early. 6:15 a.m. It'll be the second game in London. And our coverage will begin at 6:15 with kickoff at 6:30 tomorrow. 2 games for you, as well as Sunday Night Football. We'll tell you some more about that coming up with your scoreboard. This Ohio State-Oregon game looking pretty good right now as they start the second half, with number 3 Oregon leading Ohio State 22-21. Let's go back to the phones and chat with Mauricio. Mauricio, you're on Wildcats Radio 1290, Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day postgame show.
Yes, I did. I thank the Lord Jesus Christ who can save from hell and gets you to heaven. I think, as you see, the defense played really great, really well. Better than our offense because they kept fighting. I mean, when we were behind, it looked like we were catching up from the 2 touchdowns behind. The offense, because you can see when the third quarter, we only allowed them like 0 yards, and in the halftime we weren't by that much behind. And I think that the field goals are important too. Kickers can win games like Yahoo Koo with the Falcons. Al Del Greco, he won in a good game, 6 field goals.
Did you say Al Del Greco? Mauricio, you're going way back. You're going way back on me there.
And like if it's 4th and something and the game is still early, it's better to get the sure points, the 3 points, than the 4th down. And then usually it gets stopped, and then it's a time of change of possession, and then that just like brings the weight to the defense and then the team. So like the PAT too is important to go for than 2 points. And like if it's late in the game, like that's good. They tried on 4th and 1, even from the goal line. Trying to get the first down. We did get some first down on 4th down, and actually it was a touchdown too from the first down. When things like when it's early in the game, I'm saying that it's good to go for the 3 points than the 4th down. And also I want to add Cleveland and Detroit. They're that's good. In baseball, that's good. They're in. That's pretty good. But in football, they struggle. It seems like they're like. It's hard. It hurts to say this. It's like a curse because they had like even the good players. They had like Cleveland, Bernie Kosar, and then they had Brian Sipe, and they tried Johnny Mitchell. As if he had personal problem, which makes the team hurts it more. Like Deshaun Watson, still I believe Deshaun Watson, if he gets like traded, he'll have more success. Like say for instance, Goff, he went to Detroit, was it? And he even went to it was Matthew Stafford. Yeah, he went to the Rams. He even went to the Super Bowl. Even Odin Beckham Jr. from Cleveland to the Rams. They were both in the Super Bowl. So, like, God allows things for a reason. He just showing us that we need him. Like the war in Israel. Israel needs God just as much as the world. And he allows things for reasons to show us that we need him. Like not having things before him. Yeah, he comes first, and we can bounce back, with Colorado, like we did with Utah. It's like a player gets tackled, he's going to get up. He's not just going to get there, stay there. He'll get up and go to the next play. Like, we got to keep going to the next game. We already reached half of the season, 6 games, and we have another 6 to go. So
let me ask you, Mauricio, let me ask you, what do you think they're 3-3 right now. What do you think they're going to go the rest of the way in terms of record? Final 6 games.
If we can bounce back like we did with Utah, just thinking positive, defense keep fighting, tackling, no matter what the circumstance, offense improve, be balanced out with the defense, play great, play, better, and just being positive. Don't think one player try to do everything, just as a team. That's how a team works with together as a team. And in college, I don't know those who know the college teams that struggle too to win, like Cleveland and Detroit. If you don't know that too, you don't hear it much in college. But like I mentioned, you can't blame the players like Deshaun Watson and you couldn't blame Fernie Kosar. He was a great player. Brian Sipe, and even Detroit last year went all the way to the championship, just fell short. The Koff, being the quarterback, and they got a lot of talent. It's just
Mauricio, you are making me happy spouting out some of those names like Bernie Kosar and Brian Sipe. Those are guys that I absolutely loved growing up watching with the Cleveland Browns. Mauricio, I always appreciate your call. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week, hopefully after a Wildcats win. 41-19 was the final today in BYU. We'll have your scoreboard, and we'll see if we get any sound from Provo. Don't know that we will, but if we do, we'll extend the show to let you hear from the Wildcats after this loss to the Cougars. Much more straight ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Window Depot has everything you need to create the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. Browse the aisles of in-stock cabinets available in a variety of sizes and configurations and instantly elevate your space today. Visit a showroom and let our experts guide you. Whether you're choosing from ready-to-go designs or creating a custom masterpiece, we can help you select the perfect wood type, color, and style, and top it off with unique hardware to complete your look. Find a location near you at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Don't hold back. Just dive right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Go Wildcats! As the new season starts, the Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
My drains are clogged again. What should I do? Don't let those clogged drains scare you. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a $79 drain and faucet diagnostic service special. We'll get you back in the flow. Call us at 520-492-0748 or picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE EAGLE.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Let's take a look at what happened today around the rest of the country. The College Football Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg & Osborne. Goldberg & Osborne, the injury lawyers.
All right, let's race through these scores. Finals in the Big 12 today. Cincinnati beat Central Florida 19-13. The Bearcats are now 2-1. One game in progress at the half. Iowa State, number 11, leads West Virginia 14-10. Both those teams 2-0 in conference play. Colorado will host Kansas State coming up a little bit later. Top 25, Pittsburgh got all they wanted from California, but the Panthers win it 17-15 today. How about number 23, Illinois over Purdue in overtime? 50-49. It was 11th ranked Notre Dame beating Stanford 49-7. USC falls to number 4 Penn State at home 33-30. Texas, number 1 in the nation, blew out Oklahoma 34-3. And right now in the third quarter, Ohio State, number 2 in the country, leading Oregon 28-22. Those are your scores, and we will wrap things up right after this.
The College Football Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg & Osborne. Goldberg & Osborne, the injury lawyers.
Our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
Not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Hey homeowners, are you ready to chill out and go green? Goodfellas Air Conditioning can help. Introducing our latest lineup of energy-efficient systems featuring the new R32 refrigerant. It's cooler, greener, and better for the planet. You'll enjoy lower energy bills and a smaller carbon footprint. Not a fan of change? Goodfellas has a surplus of reliable R410 systems available. Unsure about what system you have or have questions? Give us a call for a free inspection. Goodfellas Air Conditioning, keeping it cool, keeping it green, and always keeping you comfortable.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
All right, that's going to wrap up our show for this evening. Arizona Wildcats lose at BYU 41-19. Don't forget, we'll have NFL coverage beginning bright and early for you at 6:15 in the morning. The second of the NFL London games. The Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-4 will face the Chicago Bears. Kickoff on that is 6:30, bright and early in the morning. We'll also have Sunday Night Football for you with our guy, Ryan Radke, the Arizona Wildcat grad. That'll be a 5:20 kickoff in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Giants hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. New York 2-3, Cincinnati 1-4. Our coverage on that begins at 4:30. We will reconvene with you on Monday for the Brent Brennan press conference show, roughly around 11:30 a.m. live from Arizona Stadium. We'll get the coach's thoughts on this game today in Provo, Utah, looking ahead to homecoming Saturday, which is coming up Saturday at Arizona Stadium against the Colorado Buffaloes. Buffaloes playing tonight. Our coverage on Saturday will begin at 8:30 in the morning once again with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, and then network coverage at 11:30, kickoff at 1 o'clock of the homecoming affair next Saturday. I'd like to thank all the folks who were a part of these broadcasts today. We had Audio Bob on the board as well as J.W. Madden today. Appreciate all the folks that helped out at Corbett's off of 4th. Don't forget, we'll be back there in a few weeks. We're home for the next part of the schedule, but we'll be back there when the Wildcats head back out onto the road. I believe the next home game is TCU, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll be home for the next couple of weekends against Colorado and against West Virginia. So it'll be nice to have the Wildcats home, and hopefully they can get things back on track and get some winning going, because this is an important one coming up on Saturday at the stadium. Also like to thank Priscilla Mugwa for her work, social media, as well as working the cameras today for our post-game production here, which you can view and watch again on all of our social media platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook Live, as well as Twitch. Once again, your final score tonight, number 14, BYU 41, and Arizona 19. My name is David Kelly. Have a great rest of your evening. Bear down, Arizona.